What the fuck is going on at the Marshall Islands? As you can see here, there's a critical airspace warning and extreme radiation hazard. But that's not the weirdest thing about this situation, okay? As you can see here, the airspace north of the airport's runway should be avoided at all costs as it poses a significant risk to life. In order to mitigate these dangers, all flights are directed to utilize southern approach and departure routes instead. This information has been provided by the International Civil Aviation Organization. But wait! This is a critical NOTAM warning, okay? This is the area where everything's occurring right now, okay? Potential for loss of life. Now, do know this has been renowned for being a big location for testing nuclear weaponry. So could that be what it is, or could it just be Godzilla? Not laying any claims to anything, but it's highly ironic with all the Godzilla movies coming out. And then when you take the social media platforms, you can't find a lot of information on it, but you can find a lot of conversations like these. No idea what this could be, possible leak from military testing. But ironically, a US Navy plane happens to be the only thing in the vicinity of this island to begin with. Very large Navy plane, actually. One that's actually capable of dropping something that I can't really describe here on TikTok, because I will be issued with a shit ton of fucking violations. Do know this is censor talk, so you can't actually lay claim to anything being true. But you can provide the necessary resources for the public and allow them to be able to connect the puzzle pieces as well. I don't know. Once again, not laying any claim to anything being true, but this right here is just a tad bit weird. Tad bit ironic considering the situation with Yemen at the moment. And once again, do know if you stand with Israel in these moments of chaos, then you are only supporting a genocide. And the reality around you is soon going to change very drastically. And soon, whether or not you want to be, you'll be pushed out of that comfortable little confinement of a corner in an infrastructural society that your mothers and fathers were forced to build in our supposed leaders' favors. You'll start to realize the truth because the veil of lies is being torn to shreds. People are starting to become awakened, and that's a beautiful thing because now humanity is starting to think outside the box, starting to use cognitive abilities. Something that all of our supposed leaders told us from the very start that they didn't want to begin with. They told you that they want workers and not thinkers, and still nobody ever questioned that. Nobody even questions the fact that it took 100 years for our US government to admit that, in quotations, aliens are real. After labeling everybody to be a conspiracy theorist, it's fucking ironic, isn't it? Even though our idea of aliens, our interpretation, our depictions are completely wrong, completely off. There's actually 4 species of different extraterrestrials that have existed within not only our galaxies, but multiple galaxies next to ours. And do know, many civilizations, many aspects of technology existed way before humanity's existence. This realm is a training ground. You have to understand the dinosaurs in themselves are proof of that. And isn't it a bit ironic that they even told you that their depictions of what dinosaurs look like are completely off anyway? Regardless of the controversy and conspiracy at hand, this is still a very weird event taking place. And I'm thoroughly curious as to what everybody's opinion on this is.